Thank you so much for joining me. I am Heather with Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and this is my design team project for Ruby and Pearl XO. So thanks for being here. It's a bit cloudy today when I'm filming, and it has been for days, so I just have to get my filming done. So you're going to see some shadows, and that's just how we're rolling today. So sorry about that. I hope you can see, well enough. I know I did a video of a close-up, so hopefully you see everything that you need to see. But bottom line is, I just hope this inspires you. I hope you get lots of different ideas, maybe some last minute things that you need to put together. So what I created today was a kind of like a DIY, craft box to make tags or journal cards. I'm basically calling this, a paper buffet box, because that's what it is. It's tons and tons of scrap pieces to be used. And I did a holiday theme here. So I printed out a little bit of, the Christmas kits, plus I've had some from last year. And then a lot of other different scraps. I just went through all of the papers that I have, because every project is going to have some sort of scraps, and I try to use up everything that I can. And so I put this, box together. I curated it to just be this really fun and pretty box for the recipient to just enjoy. So this is really good if you're in a swap, maybe you need a hostess gift or a coworker gift. It's great for, your pen pals or, any crafty friends really, or paper lovers. It's also great for just a random act of kindness to just give, be in the spirit of giving, and to just, give something like this to somebody else. So I just kind of created a lot of like little fun bundles, which I'll get into later, but these particular ones are all tied up with this like sparkly twine stuff. And I just, I bundled them up, little parcels of happiness here. And I used like some paper bag, and then I also made some Glassine bags. Heather has a fantastic tutorial on those on her YouTube channel. So definitely try those out if you can. They're awesome. So I'm trying not to tip over the box. That's watercolor paper and some ledger paper that I cut a snowflake out. So just some different bits, to tear off of or use as the tag or a card itself. Here's another image from one of Heather's kits, and I did a little tree brad there and stapled it. So just like a lot of cute stuff, some different containers that you could use. You could use plastic containers. I've used a cupcake liner there to hold some of the bits and tied it up with tulle. I also did like little rolls of things. So some piano roll, some mesh netting, and brown paper bag. Because as Leslie says from 507 Willow House, everybody needs some paper bag. So these are the really pretty kind of, tracing paper bags. Not kind of, they are. They're definitely bags that I printed out and made into these cute little holders to hold all the small pieces, because there's lots of little small pieces in this. So I created my kit to be more of like a DIY kit. So here's all the pieces, you can put them together. But you could create this to be more finished, more of the things that are already kind of made, and so they can kind of just grab it and go. I have a spool die, so I was kind of just showing that there. I think that's from the Camilla kit, that print, and just created a little spool there. But, you could do a tag shape or whatever if you don't happen to have metal dies and stuff. To create things. You just have to kind of think about, what it is that you want to create, what it is that you need, and then a solution for it. That's generally how I roll all the time. So I am showing more of the pieces that are kind of apart. So I cover the box in dictionary page. But you could use printables here. You could use wrapping paper. This is actually a great time to use scraps. So if you have scraps, you could just glue them all over the inside of the box or leave it plain. So this is from the Love and Light, that background, that mint green. And then I'm going to use that, Christmas image, kind of like the little card, the little greeting on the inside. You could also do a pocket there or a flip out or anything. Just remember your box lid needs to close. So, just thinking about the space there. So I'm just going to kind of go through all these different like little pieces. So those rectangle pieces right there are actually, I came across a couple sheets of business cards, back in the day when, you'd print those out. That has to be forever ago. But it worked perfectly. I just printed out the images that I want, tore them all apart, and then there we go. That's file folder right there. And so it's just, here's more watercolor. So just a lot of pieces from the kit. And I'm trying to think I think I'll set those aside and I'll talk about those in a second, but just some other images, some music paper, just a lot of like, little scraps. So here I'm just taking like the paper bag tree, putting it over the top of the seed. I think it's a seed catalog. And then you could decorate it with washi, write your sentiment on there. I mean, how cute would that be? Like a white pin on top of the brown bag. I think that would be really cute, So I printed on, I'm trying to think of what that tape is. It's like a fabric, well, I don't know. It's like an athletic tape. And I ran it across a piece of cardstock and then I put the whole thing through the printer. And I'm going to show you the difference between, like how pale it gives. It gives that real like vintage romantic kind of vibe when you print out on that tape. So it's going to be a very pastel version, whatever you print. So if you're going to print something pastel, it's probably not going to show up very well. The darker ones are probably a little bit better. But I don't know. I need to try it out a little bit more. So I just went through like all of my punches and metal dies and just everything that I have. And I just, just did things randomly. Here's a cute little idea here, just putting a tree there, punch a hole in the top and you have a little cute little tag, or that whole thing could be glued to, a piece of heavier duty, like a cardstock or whatever, and make, an actual, greeting card. So just really simple and, really cute ideas. I used an old Trader Joe's paper bag for cutting out those trees. I embossed that. That's a printable. So I'm just showing that spool, more up close there. Just some other images that I pulled. I also did some stamping and heat embossing. And then these I printed like 2 to a page. And so, it's a smaller version. And so I just folded it in half in case, the recipient wants to glue it together or they can tear it apart. And then I also printed on cardstock so that could be an actual like heavier duty base already for, the tag or card. Another great idea for this would be for like, if you're a journal maker or, you want to have either supplies on hand or, a journal maker and you want to give it as a gift, it's perfect for that. They can put things together and then use them in the journals. Or if you're a journaler. Look how cute that is. So just a little bit of embellishing and then there you go. A little bit of bling in there with the glittery paper. And then here is the Trader Joe's paper bag for this year. I thought that was so cute with like the little white dots on it. Who doesn't love polka dots? They're so cute. So you could use, whatever, just go through your trims, and use whatever for the string or ties or, to bundle them up, to give along. Here's the bags that I made. Did I say Heather has a tutorial? I can't remember if I've already said that. But she has a fantastic tutorial for making these bags. So super cute. For some of my tiny ones there in my hand, I actually have a die. I think that's Sizzix. And so the 2 in the middle there, I use the die. And then those pink ones, I actually freehanded. So those are options too if you have them. But you can totally make them yourself as well. So I'm going to go through the bags, kind of like what I put inside of them. So this one, I stamped out a lot of the to from. So if you want to make tags, then, the to from labels are there. And I just used a variety of different papers and stuff. So just really cute. And then this one, if you remember last year, I made like a charm video for one of my design team projects for Heather. And I have a lot of like wallet size type, where I printed like, I don't know, 9 to a page, I think is what it is. There's some tags there and some more heat embossed trees. But I had a lot of those wallet size, because I'd printed on cardstock and I had a lot of those left over. And so I used them here. I think it's the next bag, actually. I thought it was that one, but I think it's the next one. Yep, it's this one. So I just took them and I just used the dies that I have and I just, cut out different trees and snowflakes. So these are all from, random kits from like her lace. I don't know what it's called, but, the lace kit and golden leaves and La Luna, I believe. And then here are just some really cute, like, oh my gosh, deer. And I used one of the ledgers from one of the Christmas kits. And then I just, whatever scraps I had, I just used them. So they're so cute. Like, look at the tree with the stars and look how cute the wallpaper looks. That's just so cute. I love them. They're so cute. I even did paper bag ones because everybody needs a paper bag tree. Right, Leslie? And they fit perfectly, in the bag that I just made by hand. So I put some snow glitter and some big chunky, silver glitter and then some pink glass glitter. Those vials are just from like the dollar store and, so really inexpensive. And then I just did a selection of different like twines there. And then I used a little like truffle cup, like a little paper one to make stuff. And then that's one of the wallpapers from the Christmas kit and made the little hat. Isn't that so cute? It's just adorable. And then I just rolled up some piano roll, some of this snow mesh, and then some more paper bag. And then, you can just cut and tear off of those and just use them. And then I also use some of this like packaging type paper. It's great for adding texture. So I'll take everything out of here and I'll kind of show you just kind of like how my box construction is. My box is, I think, is about like 10 by 7, but it doesn't really matter. You could use any box that you want to construct it. And for the squares in there, I actually used some old like gift boxes that I never ever use and cut them down to the size that they needed to be. So I'm showing you what's in this. I basically used, just a lot more scraps and just cut out all kinds of like different little pieces to make this and stamped on, ledger and punched out snowflakes. And I painted those gold discs. I've shared that before where I was, utilizing some cardstock and I painted it gold and then I punched out those circular discs. And then I embossed them and they're perfect for actually really making a snowflake stand out, so it could be glued down to the disc, and then added to, one of the papers. So lots of like fun ideas. So I hope this inspires you. I hope you enjoyed, the creativity here that you could, totally do. Or actually the creativity you could have with this. It's endless, just whatever theme, whatever style, however you want to do it, however you want to put your sections in the box. It's really, it's unlimited, what you could do here. And we all have, if you're watching this video, I can guarantee you probably have some paper scraps that you can part with and make all kinds of still cute things with them. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to put them below. I hope you all have a wonderful, holiday season, both with Christmas and New Year's. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.